Live from West Michigan, this is West Michigan Tonight with Jon Covington.
Hey, Landon, man, I really like that, but I think for West Michigan Tonight, we need something with a little more energy, a little more up-tempo. Maybe you, Dan, and Sam can figure something out. Welcome to West Michigan Tonight, everybody. I'm Jon Covington, and we are so glad that you are here. We don't have a show without you, and we don't have a show without you. So we appreciate you being here. Can we give it up for Landon Flippin and the band? Woo! Tearing it up every night. This is only our second episode, number 2. Can we give it up for that one more time? So West Michigan Tonight is about all things West Michigan. The show is diverse. People who look like you, people who look like me, all here together making West Michigan an even greater place to live. So thank you for tuning in to West Michigan Tonight. Now, West Michigan Tonight wouldn't be what it is without knowing what's happening on the street. So inquiring minds want to know what's going on. So what do? We send out our roving reporter out on the streets to see exactly what's happening. Now, a few weeks ago, the Cider Fest was happening here in West Michigan. I don't know if anybody attended the Cider Fest, but I think thousands of you did. Well, Michigan is the 3rd largest apple growing state in the country. So apples are a big deal here in Michigan. So we wanted to know exactly what folks thought about apples. Take a look.
West Michigan Tonight on the streets.
Which of these is not the name of a Michigan apple? Paula Red, Ida Red, or Kathy Red?
Probably a Western Spy. I don't know. Eastern Spy.
I'm gonna say Western.
It's actually Northern Spy.
Is it Northern?
Kathy Red.
That's correct. I didn't even know that.
Welcome back to West Michigan Tonight. We've got a great show for you. I'm Jon Covington. We'll be right back.
This is Dr. Terrence Lachey with the Growth Exchange Podcast, taking a few moments of your time to invite you to something special. Last year, we were able to host the first annual F3 Summit. Now, the F3 Summit is the Fathers, Faith, and Freedom Symposium. I am looking forward to you being a part of the F3 Symposium on Saturday, June 20th. That's Father's Day weekend. So mark your calendars. More information to follow. The F3 Symposium 2026. Let's grow.
Our first guest of tonight is Andy O'Reilly. Now, Andy is a media mogul entrepreneur who has a fantastic, exceptional, really motivating story. So let's welcome Andy O'Reilly to West Michigan Tonight. Andy O'Reilly.
I got to get this. Look
Well-
at this.
Well, you can certainly afford it if anybody can. Yeah, why not?
You said
I'll
medium.
produce it. I'll produce it for you.
You will.
Yeah, I'd be glad to. I got a whole crew here.
I love what you got here. I got a corner in my house.
Well,
I fake it good, right?
Yeah.
That media mogul thing?
no, you are a media mogul.
Well, thank you, my friend.
Andy
It's,
O'Reilly, it's so good to see you.
Thank you.
It was important to me to have you on our first slate of shows.
Well, you've been on mine, and I think
have.
that's the way we all benefit in this racket is by supporting each other, especially in smaller local media, right?
Yeah.
Muskegon, we really don't have any true local media anymore outside of Paul Billings Station.
Shout out to Paul.
Love Paul, dear friend. And as I kind of left my FM career, I'm like, what's next, right? So literally had to ask my wife to borrow the Best Buy card to get a GoPro. And when that first website we got to...
What year was that? Do you remember approximately?
2012, 2013, somewhere back in there. When the first thing that we started called Positively Muskegon got to 350,000 page views, I'm like, there's some room to grow here. So we got into on-demand television with Muskegon Channel. Then we took over running the cable outfit for the city, which is Channel 96. And, building a radio station, that's easy enough. So we added Muskegon Channel Radio. And you're the first to hear about this officially, but the GR channel is on now. We just launched the GR channel, so we're going to bring a little bit of our brand into...
yeah, congratulations.
We're going to bring a little bit of our brand into Grand Rapids, which is a little bit longer storytelling. We talk about whatever things do that people stand out with, and we don't limit it to 30 seconds. You're going to get 10 minutes to sit and tell us your story, what got you here, why it's important, all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
And we're excited about bringing the GR channel online.
So we got the scoop first
Yes,
here at West
very
Michigan
first here tonight, yes.
Yeah.
Nobody's heard about this
Yeah.
until now.
So when you see it and hear about it in other media, you're like, oh, I heard that on West Michigan Tonight.
That's right.
Like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, we hope so. Yeah, congratulations,
Well, thank
man.
you. Yeah, it's a lot of work,
Congratulations.
and it's we don't have a studio or any of that kind of stuff. Everything we do is mobile.
Yeah.
And that's all based on the idea of Muskegon, because when you see or hear something about Muskegon on the news, it's generally not the best news, right? And that is such an inaccurate portrayal. We all know that. I have spoken to kids in career days for 25 years in Muskegon, 8th graders and above. And when I ask them, when they see or hear something about Muskegon on the news, 23 out of 25 years, those children tell me that somebody got shot. And if that's their perception of our community, we've lost our kids in the 8th grade. Our roots are up and gone. So how do we start to tell that narrative in a different way?
Well, I think you're doing it.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I
It's
think
been a
you're
lot of
doing it.
work, and it's what I owe that community.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you're doing it. And one of the things about Andy O'Reilly is you go interview people.
Yeah.
And if they've got something that really touches you, you're the first person to support that initiative, even though you're there as a part of the media. I've seen you do it countless times, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted you on the show. Where does that I want to help other people come from with you? Is there something in your long ago childhood, 25 years ago, you were a young kid?
No, it was a little longer than that. These gray hairs didn't come from anything, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have any till I got married. but
Uh-oh.
I know.
Now, Andy,
I know.
I know it's a nighttime show, but let's not go there.
All right.
Let's
No,
not go
no,
there.
no, no.
And your wife's in the audience,
She
too.
is. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
I said
But
it.
she knows.
She ain't coming running on set right now.
Yeah.
She won't do
Oh,
that.
okay. So you're talking now because your wife's okay. Yeah.
Where does it come from? When I was little, I was the odd duck. I didn't fit in. I didn't have any friends. I was 7 years old when I went to my parents, and I wanted a Kiss record. You know, I saw it at this garage sale next door to my house, and my parents are like, "Huh?" I was 9, and I showed up with a Village People record. Imagine what they thought then.
Oh,
Ooh, boy.
I do. I do.
Anyway,
Yeah. I do. I got a Gene Simmons story I'll tell you one day.
Oh, I got one too.
Oh, you
I
got one
all
too?
kinds of
Oh,
Gene
I bet
Simmons
we
stories.
could share
Oh,
all
man.
kinds of stories. Okay, hold that thought.
Yeah.
What is Positively Muskegon gonna be?
Yeah.
And you were a kid who felt left out. So we're
When
gonna
I
come
was
back
young, yeah.
when you were young. We're gonna talk about that when we come back. We got to take a quick break.
Yep.
Because we got to pay the bill.
Hi, I'm Jane Seymour, and I spent years on TV playing a doctor. But I learned about the heartbreaking reality of heart disease and stroke when they touched my own life. My father was a surgeon, and it was a huge shock to us when he had heart disease. And my mom, who was my inspiration, suffered a stroke that took away her speech, her ability to move, and ultimately her life. It was devastating, and also a wake-up call. Heart disease is America's #1 killer, and the #1 killer of women. And the American Heart Association is doing everything it can to change that, with the medical community, with research, with education, and with treatments in hospitals. That's why I'm so passionate about working with the American Heart Association. Learn more about the American Heart Association's life-saving work at helpheart.org. Thank you.
Welcome back to West Michigan Tonight, talking with the one and the only Andy O'Reilly.
I feel the same about sitting here next to you. I mean, you're the guy that's done this all over the country. I've just been in West Michigan for 40 years now, stinking things up.
Andy, you're a character, man. We wanted you on the show. Well, thank you. So glad that you're here. Hopefully you'll come back. This won't be your only time hanging out with us.
Anytime you need me, man.
I really think a lot of you and what it is you do.
Yeah.
So you felt as a kid,
I had some learning difficulties when I was a kid. You know, I came out at 7 years old, and it was pretty clear that I was going to be in entertainment or music or something. And you remember the kid you had on in the first show doing the country music?
15 years old.
And he picked up a guitar 2 years ago. They looked at me after guitar and piano and saxophone and this lesson and that lesson. They said, why don't you go learn how to play records? So I did, right?
So you're saying you had no musical
I couldn't play an instrument to save my life.
No musical ability whatsoever.
However, I was really good at being a DJ in clubs at first, and then I got on the radio 5 months after I got out of high school. I had to essentially join the circus while still living at home because, you know, you didn't fit in way back when. You jumped on the train and went to the circus. I got into radio. I was really successful for my first stretch. I mean, for a kid that started as an intern and ended up as the assistant program director of a Grand Rapids radio station, that's a pretty good run.
Yeah.
Things ran their course in Grand Rapids. I went to Muskegon. And when I went to Muskegon, I was still a very high-functioning alcoholic. I was drinking 2.5 gallons of whiskey a week. And that community stuck with me until I figured it out for myself. And I really kind of think that starting that Positively Muskegon thing, after I dried up and got a new lookout on life, I think that's where I discovered that that's where I need to be. I need to concentrate on changing that narrative we have in Muskegon and getting not only the people that live there to see better in themselves, but the rest of this entire West Michigan to stop that narrative of that mistake on the lake or that false story that's been built about the people there in Muskegon that we're somehow not as good as the rest of the community. It really is an amazing place.
But I think, and I don't know, I haven't done a study or survey, but I think even the bigger issue, not that things can't coexist, because they often do, but I think even the bigger issue is that the folks on the lake believe that.
It's gotten to the point where they have heard that message for so long. It's a combination of two things. One, they're so tired of hearing it and fighting against it, they just gave up. And then there is another sense of it that, and I see this day to day. I'm going to give you a great case in point. We got a brand new $100 million middle school. It's amazing. There are people that still go, where's the hospital where it used to sit? Even though there's a brand new hospital right down the road, they want that old Hackley Hospital back. It was a building that was dilapidated and beyond its lifespan by about 20 years, but they still long for that old hospital. Look at that. There's 100 years of our future sitting right there.
Yeah, I think that's common though with everything. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I'm not dogging the people at all. I get it.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I think anytime people are attached to something,
I'm attached to it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
just have a hard time letting it go.
I get it. I'd be
So,
dead 4 times
yeah.
without Hackley Hospital. I
Yeah,
get it. But
yeah.
you know what?
Same thing with the L.C. Walker Arena. When
Same
that
thing.
became, what is it now?
It's Trinity Health Arena in honor of L.C. Walker.
Yeah. So when when the L.C. Walker Arena wasn't the name
That anymore, we're gonna have a fight.
lot of people had an
Yep.
issue with it. It
I
happens
worked-
in Grand Rapids. It happens in Kalamazoo. It happens everywhere.
I worked in that
Yeah.
building for 18 years. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah. So when we come back, we're going to have 2 guests join us.
Okay.
But I want to play a little trivia. Since you're all about West Michigan,
Oh, boy.
I want to see exactly what you know
All right.
about West Michigan trivia. But that's coming up a little later in the show.
Okay.
I want to thank you for being here.
My
You're not
honor,
going
my
anywhere.
friend.
Just
No.
going to move over a couple of feet.
Okay.
And we're going to talk more with Andy O'Reilly when we come back.
No young person should ever have to worry about having a safe place to sleep at night, or a warm meal to eat, or whether anyone cares about them.
But the reality is, 1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
But the good news is, there's an organization making a big difference. Covenant House.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis and giving them the support and the tools they need to succeed in life.
I have no words to express how Covenant House changed my life. They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding.
When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, and love, most of all love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges, and their lives are transformed.
Covenant House is changing the lives of young people in cities across America.
To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today. Thank you for caring.
Back. This is West Michigan Tonight. I am your host, Jon Covington. So glad that you decided to join us tonight, and hopefully you'll join us every Friday night on WZZM ABC 13+, as well as following the day after. You can catch us on all streaming platforms. So, talking to our guest, Andy O'Reilly, who is making the first of what I hope to be many appearances. You got a lot going on.
Yeah, we do a lot.
Yep, Positively Muskegon.
Muskegon Channel.
How did you come up with the name Positive? Was it just like we need more positivity? Because the name is very catchy. I'm a member of it on social media.
Yep. So do you remember?
You're very popular, Andy.
Well, I never stop and think of that.
Yeah, you're very popular.
I don't stop and think of that. Do you remember, and we're going to date ourselves here.
Yep.
Do you remember Dick Evans?
I do. Bozo?
No, that was Dick Richards.
Dick Richards, excuse me.
Dick Evans was across the street at TV8, and Dick Evans did the lifestyle and Michigan interest show. It was called Positively Michigan. And from there, I kind of stole that name and turned it into Positively Muskegon.
I was only 3, so I don't remember.
I know, right? I was little too, but Dick Evans was a remarkable storyteller.
Yeah, I think
he
I
went
do
all
remember
over the state of Michigan. He was like
I think I do
100 years
remember
old
him.
when we were kids.
Yeah, I think I do remember him.
So he was amazing, and I really got a lot from him watching him when I was a kid, and I thought, boy, that's kind of what I want to do next. And
so you remember that, and then
I remember all of the old broadcasters, man. Bruce
Wow.
Grant, Dick
Yeah.
Evans, Dick Richards, man. When I first got into radio, I said, hey, I was on Bozo when I was a kid, and he goes, good thing you didn't miss any meals since then. Welcome to broadcasting, son. Develop a thick skin.
That wasn't nice of him.
Well.
That wasn't nice, but you know.
You got to have thick skin in this industry.
You know, I was Butchie Boy once.
Well, I got to
on
do Bucket
Bozo.
Bonanza.
Yeah.
You beat me.
I was Butchie Boy on Bozo once,
Fun.
and it's my claim to fame.
I wish they'd bring that show back. I would do that in a minute.
You'd be a good.
Oh my God,
You'd be a good Bozo.
I'd be anything to be Bozo.
I bet our team here has no idea who Bozo is.
Well,
they're like, who in the world
Get me
is
sick-
Bozo? Ryan is looking at me like, Bozo?
Get me 6 buckets and a wig, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it in a minute.
Andy, thank you for being here.
My pleasure,
Trivia coming up.
Yep.
All right, you gonna stick around a little while?
I'll stick around.
West Michigan Tonight.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
I felt accomplished after I got my diploma. Made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
My next guests are two of West Michigan's bright and rising stars. I didn't say all that young, I just said bright and rising.
You're going to be surprised.
Right? Yeah, but they are incredible, and that was a bit of a joke because I've known this young lady since we were teenagers. Literally, I was her escort.
Whoa.
In the debutante pageant in Muskegon, Michigan, when she was 16 years old. I was only about 9. But, okay, maybe I was a little older than her. And this guy is a media guru as well, not originally from West Michigan, but we claim him. We allowed him to come to West Michigan. Can we welcome to the show Emma Renee Johnson and Myrick Harris? What is happening?
All right.
Man, it is so good to have the two of you on the show. How you doing? You good?
I'm awesome.
Doing great.
You good?
Awesome.
Now,
I just had a big birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah. 42?
Yes.
42.
I said sweet 16.
Sweet 16. Yeah. Just transpose the numbers a little bit.
Yes. How about that?
But you look great.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look great. You really don't look much different from when you did when you were 16. Not much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think you are more, maybe seasoned sounds old, but you're more refined, I think. And I guess we should be as we age, right? As we get older. Yeah, through all the experiences, all the lifing that takes place and happens. Myrick, you're pretty clean over there.
Thank you, John. I'll take it after you, brother.
Yeah, you're pretty clean.
Take it after you, man.
You're pretty quiet too right now. You're a little quiet.
I wonder what's going on.
Well, you know, I'm in my cool mode right now, John.
You're in your cool mode?
I'm in my cool mode right
So
now.
Myrick shows up with his own photographer, his own everybody. I'm like, who are you? Oh, I'm with Myrick. Okay. Myrick, the producer. So you guys have something happening really, really, really soon, like next week soon.
Yes.
Yep.
Very soon.
Watercolors 9. So I want you to talk a little bit about it, but Watercolors 9 is something that you do in West Michigan for all people. I think, Andy, you should go this year.
Well,
to
you know,
Watercolors 9.
I think about it, but I went to one of her events in the past, the Black Diamond event.
Yeah.
I really wasn't prepared for what I walked into. I got called at the last minute to come do a little videotaping.
Yeah.
Yeah, get down here and videotape this thing. I show up to this Black Diamond event, and everybody's dressed in 3-piece suits and tuxedos, and I look like a hillbilly from Sparta. I didn't know what I was getting into.
And
so I'm telling you.
There's nothing wrong with being a hillbilly from Sparta.
No, I don't feel bad about it, but I still felt a little underdressed, so
Yeah.
I'm going to have to find out what the dress code is before I go.
Well, if she's doing it, look at her.
I know.
If she's
right?
doing it, the dress code is probably to the nines.
I get it.
To the 9.
Yeah,
You got
to the
that
nines.
right.
Did you hear that, drummer? To the nines.
Watercolors 9.
Yeah, watercolors, because 9 is a part of the whole thing. Tell us a little bit about what you've got going on.
So it's actually on Cloud 9. I wanted to do something that matched the year. So, and I always pick a theme each year. And so I just started naming everything with 9. And so we're going to talk about or have it about Black love. It's going to be about 90s music. So people can come and dress in 90s attire. And what I've done is I kind of fused the 90s wear with current, because I like to dress current.
Okay.
So this is an outfit that is more fitting for our time, and then the hat represents the 90s. So
Okay.
this is what I
But it's
came
for
up with.
all people.
It is for
All are
everybody,
welcome.
And I want people to feel comfortable. So even though Andy said he was dressed, he didn't feel he was dressed appropriately, but he was there doing a service work, and he was able to videotape my event. And so he did that, and he just wanted to do it because of the nature of the event. We were honoring Black women in the community of Muskegon Heights, where I'm from, and where you're from as well. So.
Yeah. Well, Andy's that type of guy. Andy is just always available. You're really a special guy, Andy. You really, really are.
Thanks.
No, you really are.
But like you, I don't wake up in the morning and go, hey, look at me, I'm
Yeah.
special.
Well, we'll say it for you.
All right, thank
you.
you.
Yeah, we'll say it for you. Myrick, the producer. Now, you're producing this event.
Yes.
That Emma Renee is speaking of.
Right.
But you're not a West Michigan native. We let you in, and I think we're kind to you for the most part.
You guys are pretty kind, John. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the event from your purview. And a little bit about.
From my side of things, John, as the producer, it's all about project management, getting everything together as far as getting vendors together, putting together the run of show, communicating with the stage and the band. We have an awesome, phenomenal singer coming this year, KJ Willis from The Voice. So that's something that's going to be a big
From The
thing
Voice,
this
the
year.
television show, The Voice.
Television show, The Voice, yeah.
Okay.
And Lucius Hoskins, Grammy-nominated guitarist and producer and MD. He's going to be running the band. So we have a phenomenal show from the music side of things, and the food is going to be great. You know, we have the entire block from the skywalk, the sky bridge to the river, so Lion Square. So it'll be the first group to use Lion Square. So first time it'll
Nice,
ever
the
be
remodeled,
used.
the remodeled, Downtown Grand Rapids is really, really sweet.
Yeah.
It has come a long way. Not that it was not wonderful 10 or 15 years ago, but it has really evolved, and people come here and they talk about how much of an amazing time they had in West Michigan, just West Michigan in general. Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids, Muskegon, all amazing things happening. Hence the reason West Michigan Tonight exists. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
No young person should ever have to worry about having a safe place to sleep at night, or whether anyone cares about them.
But the reality is, 1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis and giving them the support and tools they need to succeed in life. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today. Thank you for caring.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
Alzheimer's, it was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Welcome back to West Michigan Tonight. I'm Jon Covington, joined by these amazing people. We've got Andy, and we've got Myrick, and we've got my childhood forever friend and sister, Emma Renee Johnson, talking about an amazing event on Cloud 9 happening in just another
Next
week.
Yeah,
Juneteenth. Just another week.
Juneteenth, and again, another 9. So everything is centered around 9. But people can expect to come and enjoy an evening, as Myrick mentioned, of entertainment. We also have good food, and it's just going to be a nice vibe for people to feel unity within the city. Watercolors is something that is for everyone. Just as any other festival in our community, it is open for everyone, and it's just celebrating Black culture.
Well, how do people get tickets? How do people find out?
They can get tickets off our Eventbrite, which is Watercolors 9. So you can go to Eventbrite, and that's really the only way. Otherwise, we're still open to sponsors. If you want to sponsor the event, we definitely are still looking for sponsors. So that's one way also they can pick up a table.
Okay. Great. Myrick, you want to add anything to that?
No, I just want to see everybody out, you know, the weekend of Juneteenth. So let's celebrate Black love, Black excellence, you know. And it's, again, it's a great spot to be in. You know, West Michigan has put a lot of money into that area downtown and the river. We have a live DJ as well, giveaways. It's just going to be a phenomenal event. Yeah, red carpet event, yeah.
Okay. Correspondence, recording, you know, they'll be there like at the BET Awards and how they stop and talk and like, what are you wearing? So we want to just bring that type of vibe where people can feel good. It's Juneteenth. We're celebrating our freedom through expression, through music, fashion, you know, everything, creativity, and that's like the heart of watercolors, thus the name Watercolors.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we're going to find out who knows West Michigan best. That's coming up right after the break.
Hey, honey. We thought we'd try something new.
Family art hour. What do you think?
You got jokes. You're funny.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
When I look at all these success stories, I cannot help but think it all started by getting my high school diploma.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
This is West Michigan Tonight, and we've got the absolute best audience in all of TV land, in my opinion. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We are not a TV show without an audience. Both you and both you. Appreciate it. Little trivia.
Uh-oh.
Little trivia. Let's see.
Now, John, go easy. I'm not from West Michigan.
All right.
Hey, John, make sure too. Make sure too they got us all.
So that means I need to know all the answers, right?
Little trivia. All
Make sure they got us separated because
all three of you
with
are
a haircut,
playing.
we look kind of the same.
Yeah. So, little trivia.
Who knows West Michigan best?
All right, the name of this game is Who Knows West Michigan Best? And we are getting ready to find out. Now, I gotta tell you, you will not win a car if you win this competition today. So, but what you will win, you will win the coveted I Know West Michigan Best crown this particular Friday night.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
Oh.
I know. How happy are you? I've picked a number. I'm gonna tell my son what the number is. All right, that's my number. And pick a number from 1 to 10, ladies first. 5.
7.
7?
3.
5, 7, 3. The number is 1. Ooh. So Andy, you go first. All right?
No pressure. All right.
The first person to get to 2 is the winner. You will win the coveted crown. I am the best.
He's making eyes at me. He's trying to intimidate me.
Yeah, don't let him do it.
All right.
Andy, first question. Which West Michigan University's mascot is the Lakers?
Grand Valley.
All right.
That was easy.
All right.
He knows I barely made it out of the 8th grade. I did 7th grade twice.
Well, that's okay, Andy. It happens. All right, you are next. Emma Renee. True or false? Most people visit Michigan beaches every year. More people, visit Michigan beaches every year than both the Atlantic and Gulf Coast combined. Is that true or is that false? Would you like me to repeat the question?
It would appear to be false, but.
It is true.
Okay.
All right.
I guess not, man. I don't know.
Myrick?
Don't be talking about it behind
What's
your
up,
back.
John?
What Michigan city is home to the Coast Guard Festival?
Grand Haven, Michigan, John.
All right.
I graduated in.
Okay.
Emma Renee, you look beautiful, but you are out of the competition. I'm sorry. I am sorry.
And I've been here the longest.
Yeah, all right. It's between Andy and Myrick. Who's going to win? The first person to get this right is the coveted winner of I Know West Michigan Best.
Are we just shouting it out?
No, I'm gonna
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna go to you. I'm gonna go to you first.
All right.
All right. What famous cereal company was founded in Michigan?
Kellogg's.
Andy? Kellogg's. All right, Myrick.
Come with it.
We're either gonna tie it up, or Andy is the champion.
Sudden death.
What is one official state stone of Michigan? Is it Petoskey stones, diamonds, or granite?
Petoskey, John. Yeah, I'm from New Orleans, John.
All right, tiebreaker. Pick a number between 1 and 2. This is my number. Between 1 and 5, excuse me.
I think he just gave somebody the finger behind that.
Yeah, no. All right, pick a number, Myrick.
What number did he choose?
Between 1 and 5.
3.
3?
Yeah.
2.
2 it is.
Hey, all right.
All right. So, Andy, you go first. If you get this, you win. Yeah. How about that?
I'm excited.
All right. What kind of business made a guy by the name of Frederick Meyer famous? What kind of business?
The grocery business. Can I tell you a quick story about that?
Yeah, you can.
My grandfather used to drive for Spartan stores, and he knew Fred when he was starting up in Greenville. And he would actually watch Fred go from store to borrow money to pay for the load to get Meyer started.
Wow.
Way back when, yeah.
Wow.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, great story.
Yeah.
Great story, great family. And I am Jon Covington, and this is all for this edition of West Michigan Tonight. Can we thank our lovely guests for being on the show tonight?
One time, West Michigan, I need y'all to put y'all hands together. My name is the 1204. I came to rock out tonight. What's up? Hey, room 1204. Yeah, act like you know. Got bottles on go. Room 1204. All night, anything go. Type of party, got the neighbors at the door. Room 1204. This thing here is going all night. Members only getting poppin' to the daylight. We about to get lit. We about to get big. We about to get girl. Room 1204. What we doing? What I'm saying to the next chick. How you standing on the wall and your friends lit? Got a bunch of bad little baddies on the friends list. All they really wanna do is party with the big fish. Come to room 1204. We doing real big. All that dirty knocking you doing to get your chick hit. Every time I step in the city, I'm hitting big licks. All I'm doing is throwing the party and talking real big. It's that idea, made it out the gutter this. Throwing up the west of the mitten and we running this. You ain't gotta ask, all the real baddies coming in. Know they get it poppin' so you don't see about to tell a friend. Yeah, act like you know. Got bottles on go. Room 1204. All night, anything go. Type of party, got the neighbors at the door. Room 1204. This day, it is going all night. Members only getting poppin' to the daylight. We about to get lit. We about to get big. We about to get go. Room 1204. Yeah. All my people in the building, let me hear ya. Room 1204. All my people in the building, make some noise. West Michigan tonight, this is what we doing.